some of that down. Now if I want to change the finish of this paper altogether, I can add some pearl to it. This is a product called Perfect Pearl Mist. And what this is just basically a mica spray. What I like about this versus say like a glimmer mist is this doesn't have any ink in it. It's just going to be pearl. So when you're looking at the color that you're buying is just the color of the mica or the color of the pearl that you get. So you could spray this over printed scrapbook paper, it could be cardstock, it could be a stamped image, it could be watercolor, it could be anything like that. And all you have to do is shake it up, and you really want to shake it up. You don't want to do any of this little mixing. It's designed to really shake up. There's a mixing ball in there. And I also like to store them on their sides, because if you store them on the sides, you can see all your pigment stays right there, and it's much easier to mix back up versus having everything settle on the bottom. So that's what I prefer. Now these are very concentrated, so that's all it takes to cover a surface. And you do not have to heat dry it. You could just let it air dry, but I just want to show you. This Perfect Pearl Mist will work on any surface. It will work on paper, metal, glass, fabric, anything like that. So it looks like glitter paper, and it's completely permanent. It doesn't come off at all. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing stuff, and you can use it for anything. So if you wanted to pearlize this, you could do the same thing, and just completely change the way that looks. And what you'll notice is that because this has a different liquid, it's not water, it's actually a resin, it doesn't react my inks. It doesn't make my distress do anything. So you could spray it over photographs if you wanted to create vintage pearlized photos. Spray it over anything you want. It's great to pearlize ribbon, cream of flowers, all of that. It's like magic paper. Yes. It's really nice. It's addicting. I mean, it doesn't take much. If you spray a lot of it, you could actually completely change the surface. If you wanted to take a piece of cardstock and actually make metallic cardstock, you can do that with the mist. And I just look. I just want to make sure I don't see anything, so it doesn't take long to mix up at all. And I'm just going to spray this. And I'm going to go in, and I just want to just rub that into the paper. Just kind of, you'll kind of feel it, just see the paper start to absorb it. I'll just clean that up. And once that paper absorbs it, then this paper, you'll see, just all of a sudden becomes a little more pliable. And then we can just start to wrinkle this up. Now, the wrinkles this takes, even wrinkles completely different than water, because your paper, like I said, it almost becomes like fabric or a leather. And this technique's in the book too. It's really cool. Because this, to me, on craft paper, it makes it look like leather. And if I wanted to go in and color it, I can go in with my stain. And I can just add a color. And I'll dry this. I use my heat tool a lot for drying, just because I'm impatient. And you'll see that surface of the paper, you'll see all those little wrinkles in there, which is really nice. But I'm still going to go back with my distress pad. I just want to make sure this is dry. And you'll know it's dry because your colors become much brighter on our craft paper. Smoke? It's just moisture. It's nothing burning. It's just whenever you dry something that's wet, it's just the moisture that evaporates. Now, smoke, it would still be in the air. It's not. No, so like if you dry ribbon or anything like that. Then I'm going to take Perfect Pearls on this one. I could miss the entire thing if I want, but this time I'm going to go in with the actual powder. The difference in the powder is, obviously, it's powder, it's not liquid, but this has the same binder in it. So all I have to do for that is, when you apply it over a surface, any surface that has been wet, it will adhere to that surface. So I often even use this like I would embossing powder, because you don't have to emboss it. You just get a nice, just gives it a little bit of a pearlized finish on there. Now, the cool thing about this paper is that even though it's dry, it's completely pliable. So this is something now that you can sew through, or because the paper's dry. Although when you feel it, it feels like it's still a wet paper. It's pretty cool. It's a great surface. So I like to use it to create paper and wrap the cover of a journal, or do the spine of a book or something like that, because it's almost like using leather paper. Really, that's how you can feel it. I think stamps are tools, so, you know, like even a stamp like this, if I was going to stamp it in, a light pink, I would just spray it with water and wipe it off, because whatever comes off with water would be the only thing that would transfer your ink color. So, and most of the time I think a lot of us stamp in darker colors anyway, so we'll go in, stamp that in archival. And then this set is nice because you can just go in and just use parts of it. Yeah, that's what this one's all about. Just using elements of that. It's pretty simple. Yeah. All the layers on there. This one as well. Easy, easy. This is the parts that you like. And I just wipe off just the fresh ink every time I stamp. That's all I do. Now you can go in just with your stamps and just utilize your backgrounds. I think, if anything, what I want to remind everyone is just use what you have. Use it in whatever way you're going to use it the most. I think if you embrace imperfection, not take yourself so seriously when you're creating, yeah, it makes it. I think it just makes the creative process so much more enjoyable. So you can just really go in and have fun with it. I utilize a lot of colors.
So at home I have the thing that's full of pens. I have one that's full of
They're clean, huh? They work perfectly. Oh look, this is a new one. It won't be new for long.
and I also photograph pages that are all done. So I scan them all.
Alright. Just to give you ideas. Just stamping layers, stamping elements. I would add embellishments to that, gears, keys, whatever, any of those things. But it makes it pretty simple. Alright, any questions? What are your questions? Come on. Come on.
Can you come home and say no more?
Yeah, sure. We'll do a whole day. So one of the things that's important, this is the second volume of Compendium. So this goes through and really shares like all of these samples that I've already just to give you ideas on all the new products. If you're familiar with the first book, it's the same exact layout, it's just all completely different content. So this will take you through all of the new embellishments, including the ring binders and word sticks, even the new stuff that came out, like pulley wheels and all of the new products. But then it takes you through and shares all new technique. Now I go through technique and really talk about like configurations, how to cover one of these. You can cover one of these just with single sheets of paper.